going to talk to you today about offense and defense, and basically we're going to talk to you about very solid Golden State defense and what they're doing to Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. Let's start out with Kyrie Irving first in terms of isolation and what he is looking at as he comes down the floor. As Kyrie Irving comes down the floor, there are basically 9 people in front of him counting his offensive players. So there's 5 defenders, 1 who's guarding me, 4 who's guarding the other offensive players, plus my team. So there's 9 people that when I try to dribble the basketball, come off, I got to move, weave my way in between all these defenders. That's what Golden State is doing to them, and that's why isolation basketball is so difficult, because you have so many defenders in front of you. And even if I was to go to the side, if I was to go on the side, what am I looking at? I am still looking at a defender who's guarding me, that's 1, and then I got 4 behind that I see. As an offensive player, I am always looking at the basket, trying to get to the basket. So my first line of sight, when I look at the basket, I don't necessarily see the basket. What I see is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders. And then my mind says, okay, how can I beat these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders? And as I get inside here, the difficulty of shot making that I have is very difficult, trying to go against these 4 or 5 defenders when you're just playing in isolation. The best way, 3D, to take advantage of a weak defender is to pass, move, and cut, what Golden State does. Pass, I got a weak defender. Now I got all this traffic inside here, so I can lose this weak defender here, maybe pop out, catch it in here, and now I got maneuvers around the basket. But when I'm just isolating up top or on the wing, I am constantly looking at 5 defenders in front of me. That's what Kyrie Irving is looking at. Let's see what LeBron James is looking at.
Well, let's look at the 3-1 pick and roll where Kyrie comes and sets the pick for LeBron right here. So you're going to be guarding Kyrie. So you're coming to set the screen. LeBron's coming off. Now it's a switch. Now you're Steph Curry. LeBron James is backing up. So you heard in the press conference, Ty Lue and LeBron talking about making quicker moves. And now you back up. So now, to your point, there's 5 sets of eyes watching. Now LeBron's trying to catch the ball a little deeper. And now he can get into the paint. So in game 1, when he got to the restricted area, he was 6 of 14 because Golden State's defense, 5 guys coming into the paint, making sure he's taking tough shots. So now the wrinkle is, to your point, LeBron, you catch it, you attack right away. Now the defense helps. Now you're kicking it. Now J.R. Smith is getting shots. That was one of the things LeBron James talked about in the press conference, is how do we get LeBron James shots? Attacking the defense early. Now he's getting a shot early in the shot clock, and also the pace. Get good defensive stops, get out and run, and maybe guys like J.R. and Channing Frye can get back in the series.
Yeah, and when you get those guys back in the series, and we saw Golden State win a championship playoff game at home with their bench.
Right.
And they won it with their bench and what we've labeled role players.
Right.
But these are professional basketball players, as they have alluded to and said, hey, we can make shots. We know how to play. And when you let these guys move, catch, shoot, play basketball, short range, mid-range, long range, they are very good offensive players. Cleveland's got to get back to passing, moving, cutting, so they can play very solid offense against a very solid defense.